Okay, so this is gonna be a hard film to review because it is Blade Runner 2049, and it's a sequel to one of the most influential sci-fi films of all time, 1982's Blade Runner, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Harrison Ford. It influenced Ghost in the Shell and The Matrix and many more films. It is worth a watch. It's a classic, and it's very fishy that Hollywood decided to do a sequel to that film 30 years later. When I first saw the announcement for Blade Runner 2049, I was very on the fence. I was like, oh, y'all don't need to touch that. You don't need to go there. Nobody's asking for it. But after I saw who was a part of it, after I saw Ryan Gosling playing the lead character, after I saw that Denis Villeneuve was going to be the director. He's one of my favorite directors working right now. He did Sicario, he did Arrival, Prisoners, and Enemy. He is just at the top of his game. He is a master at directing films, at making films, and he just has so much passion and he has such a great vision. You can see it in every film he does. He does not let the Hollywood studios interfere. He does not do what they want him to do. He does what he wants to do, and that's why I respect him and that's why I love his films. And that is no different here in Blade Runner 2049. It is not a sci-fi action flick. It is not a sci-fi horror film. It is a sci-fi film, science fiction, incredible. It is all about the mind. It's all about the soul. It asks questions. It's all about concepts and ideas. It's not just what you see is what you get. There are layers of science fiction just stacked on top of each other, and it is incredible, okay? There are people who go to the movies just to watch films and be entertained because they got invited out. There are people who like movies and enjoy them a lot and like to go see movies. And then there are people who love movies, and I'm one of them. And I think this film is geared towards the last two. People who like and love films. If you don't care for films, if you don't care for stories that make you think or have to require you to work to understand the plot or to understand what they're trying to say, don't watch this movie. But if you like a challenge and you love visual masterpieces and you like science fiction, this is a movie you have to see because it is one of the best sequels I've ever seen and one of the best films of the year. And holy shit, I want to watch it again right now as I'm making this review because I feel like there's so much to unravel as well. Like, you see it the first time and you're just so in awe of all the visuals and the acting and the story. It just hits you. Every scene is just, holy crap, I can't take it. I really appreciate this film. I love it. I think the only downside with this film is there is a little pacing problems, just like the original. The original was very slow, and a lot of younger kids don't like it. A lot of young kids might not like this one as well, because it is a little slow. It's very long. It's 3 hours long, but it is totally worth it. There was never one point in the movie where I was like, okay, this movie needs to wrap up. I treated this movie like an epic, and I wanted more of it. And I was so glad that they kept it so long because I couldn't get enough of it. It's just amazing. The performances were incredible. Ryan Gosling, I don't think he's ever made a bad movie. I mean, or acted as a bad character or did a bad job in any movie. He was terrific here. Very proud of him. Very happy that he was there. And Harrison Ford, oh my goodness. I was surprised by how emotionally invested he was in this character. I think he had hell on the first shoot with Blade Runner 1982. It was a hard shoot. He hated working with that movie, but he came back and he does a great job. He stays true to this character, and his character gets fleshed out a lot more. And I just don't want to tell you the plot at all because I want y'all to go into this film not knowing anything, because the less you know, the better, because this movie's gonna drop some fucking bombs on y'all. I'm sorry for using the F word, but it's gonna drop some bombs, okay? It is awesome. You gotta watch it. I just can't tell you more than that. I mean, Denis Villeneuve is the director. He did an amazing job. Roger Deakins is the cinematographer. If you don't know who Roger Deakins is, you know his work, okay? He's done a lot of films. He's one of the best. He is probably the best cinematographer working in the game now. He's been nominated over 12 times for the Academy Award for cinematography and has not won. So if he doesn't win this year, we're gonna have a problem. The supporting cast, just everyone who was part of this, the score, the direction, the focus, the story, everything just flowed well. It made sense why they made this movie. It wasn't like, oh, let's just make a sequel for no reason. They had a story to tell, and it's self-contained in this one film. They're not setting it up for this huge franchise. Like, you can watch this film and walk out and understand one person's characters, one story, one arc, and be fulfilled. But they also leave some things open. I'm not going to tell you what, I'm not going to tell you how, but we could return to the Blade Runner universe pretty soon. If you'd like to go more into that and talk more about that, I would love to make a video about the spoilers and kind of go through the plot and go through what the hell really just happened. But overall, This movie is an A+. It is one of the best films I've ever seen. It is a film that if I saw as a younger kid, I would have been inspired to make films. You know, I'm still inspired to make films, and I think this film re-inspired me to make films. It is just terrific. It is mind-bending. It is puzzling. It is marvelous. It is visually stunning. It has heart, a lot of it, and it has a lot to say about slaves, what it means to be human, what it means to have a soul, what it means to have memories, what it means to dream, what it means for almost everything in the entire human civilization spectrum of things that matter and things that you think about. It's very existential, it's very deep sci-fi, and I think y'all are gonna love it. I think, you know, it's one of those movies you have to watch again. And I can't wait to see it again with some friends, and I hope you guys watch it. Let me know if I'm just crazy and it sucks, or let me know if you agree and you think it is a masterpiece. But right now, it is probably the best film I've seen in years. Thank you so much, and I hope y'all have a great day. I'm Alec Garza. Take care.